Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make my delicious cabbage. Okay, let's get started with this recipe. I have 3 slices of hickory smoked thick bacon that I'm using. That's all you need to use for this recipe. It's 3 slices of bacon. Now, if you do not eat bacon, no worries. Just take it out. Don't put it in. You don't need it. It's still going to be delicious. Okay? So we're going to let this bacon fry up real good. And while that's doing what it do, we're going to come over here and we're going to cut up this cabbage. Now, I cut my cabbage in wedges. You can cut your cabbage however you like to cut your cabbage. Okay? But I like mine in wedges. You can cut them in chunks. You could just tear them up by hand, however you like it, because that's your food. You could do it how you want to do it, okay? So we're going to come over here. We're going to take the outer green leaves off that cabbage. And we're going to cut that cabbage down the middle. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Okay, and we gonna cut that core out that cabbage. That's a must that you cut the core out the cabbage. You do not want that core in your cabbage because that's what holds the bitterness. So that's what we are gonna do. We cut this core out that cabbage and we're gonna discard that. And that's how I cut my cabbage in wedges. That's all you have to do. Okay, and I'm gonna cut this cabbage up. And I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to go over to my sink and wash my cabbage thoroughly. Make sure it's clean because you don't want no dirty cabbage. Okay, y'all, this bacon is done. Let me take this bacon out. And we're going to set that bacon to the side. And that bacon grease, we're not going to discard that bacon grease. We're going to use that bacon grease for the vegetables that I'm going to put in. And my vegetables is a 1 whole medium onion, and that's the bacon grease. See, it's not that much. And I have 1 whole medium onion, 1/2 a green bell pepper, and 1/2 a red bell pepper, and 1 clove of garlic cut up. So I'm going to add my onions and my bell peppers to the pan. And we're going to put the garlic to the side. And we're going to evenly spread the vegetables in the pan so they can saute down. And you probably ask why you cook your vegetables before you put in the cabbage, Because the cabbage take no time to cook. And you don't want no crunchy vegetables when you bite down in your cabbage. Okay? Well, I know I don't. Okay, now I'm going to put my chicken bouillon in there. I have 1 cube of chicken bouillon. You can use chicken stock. You can use chicken broth. I didn't have that in my pantry, so I'm using what I have. If you know, you know. If we go to stir that in, because all we doing is building flavors for this cabbage dish, okay? Okay, now I'd add my chopped garlic. And we're gonna make sure we are going to make sure that them vegetables is sweated out, okay, before we add our cabbage. Okay, there goes my cabbage. And we're going to add this cabbage to that pan. And I know y'all probably like, are you going to fit all that cabbage in that pan? Yes, all that cabbage is going to fit in that pan. Because cabbage, when it cooks, it wilts down to nothing. So, yeah. We're going to push that down a little bit. Make sure all of it fits. Hey guys, I have my seasonings over there. I'm not going to add my seasonings until this cabbage is cooked down. Because if you add your seasonings when it's like this, all your seasonings going to do is stick to the top of the, it's going to stick to the top. And you don't want your season to stick to the top. We don't want to season the top. We want to season that cabbage. So we're going to make sure that season is in the cabbage. So you see how that cabbage done cooked down? Now I'm going to add my seasonings. And my seasonings are the following. I have adobo. And that adobo have sodium in it, so you don't have to use that much. And I have complete seasonings. And I have garlic powder. Onion powder. And season all. And y'all season to your own taste, okay? And black pepper. And we're going to stir them seasonings into that cabbage. Make sure it's distributed real good into that cabbage. Y'all look at that cabbage. Don't it look good? It look delicious. Oh my God, it look good. Okay, and we're gonna add a little bit of sugar now. You don't need that much sugar. You need just a sprinkle of sugar in your cabbage. And is you going to taste the sugar in the cabbage? No. You're not going to taste the sugar in the cabbage because it's going to marry into the rest of the seasonings and it's just going to be a burst of flavor. Okay? And that's all the sugar you need for that dish. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stir that sugar in there to make sure it marries with the rest of the flavors and the rest of the seasonings. That's all to it, guys. This is an easy dish. It's nothing to it. It takes 20 minutes or less to make. And yeah, I hope you guys try this recipe and I hope you guys like it. Okay? Oh, y'all, I forgot my Tona Satra. How can you forget the Tona Satra? I'm going to add that Tona Satra up in there. And that's no salt Tona Satra, so you do not have to worry about your dish having a lot of sodium because it's not going to be salty. Y'all see how that cabbage, y'all see what I'm saying about that cabbage? It was a pile, and now it just cooked down to nothing. Yeah, and I'm going to add my red pepper flakes. This is optional. If you do not like your food spicy, you do not have to add it. This how I like to make mine. I like a little kick in it. Okay? So yes, I add red pepper flakes. And we're going to stir that in. And we're going to put that top on it. And we just going to let it cook. And again, I let it cook for, in all, it took 20 minutes to make. Okay? Now, this cabbage is done. I'm just going to add my bacon bits that I cooked up earlier and put it in there and stir that up. And yeah, this is my cabbage. Doesn't it look good? I hope you guys try this recipe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Yeah, and until next time, bye-bye, guys.